Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. Depend on your time zone where you are watching me from. This afternoon, the topic of today is about married women. I just want to advise some married women. Some, I say some because it's not everybody that is like that. Nowadays, you hear people saying, talking about women that are not faithful. Faithfulness in marriage, that's the topic of today. When you are young, maybe you are still naive. When you are young, you are not married, you are single. When we talk about single, single is single. And when you are married, a married woman have to be married. When you are married, you remain married. And we know that in our let's forget about uh, Western world now. Let's talk about our real tradition, Nigeria tradition. Let's talk about it. Or better, more better, let's talk about African tradition. Not only Nigeria, African tradition. Because we all know that in Africa, when you are married, you will remain married. When we were very young, our mothers were married and they remained married. They were always there. Nowadays, when a woman says he is married, you will see that woman doing the other way round, doing it the other way round, not like our mothers. We know we will never remain as our mothers forever. We have to change our way of living, change our way of civilization. Let's call it civilization this time. Okay, civilization do not change tradition. There is no civilization in tradition. Tradition remains always tradition. We know in Africa, when we as women, or let's say when you are a girl, you are single, you can have boyfriends and you can do whatever you want. And that whatever you want doesn't mean that you will go with all men. No, you have a limit. A boyfriend you're supposed to have a limit and stay with one boyfriend, respect yourself. But we are not talking about single this time, we're talking about married women. When you are married, even when you were single, you have 3 boyfriends, 4 boyfriends, that is your problem. That is not our problem. Definitely, as Christians, we advise that you don't have the right to go with many men. You must be with one, and they call it fiancé. It is your fiancé. If we have to follow Bible, fiancé means you people will just be playing, maybe as friends, not the other way around. You don't even have to take you to bed. It's just you will be just dating friends and engage in some things together, not engage in bed. But as it is today, we see our girls having 3 boyfriends at once, 4 boyfriends at once. We call it self-respect. That is your problem when you are single. You have to have respect for yourself. You have to respect yourself. No, even it's only your parents that have right to advise you, and your close friends, your family and your close friends, when you are going out of track. But let's say about married women. Married women today, you see them in the hotel, you see married women in a restaurant with other men, and they will say, I am a married woman. Looking at their hands, you see they have ring in their hand. They are wearing ring, married ring, that they are married. They are even staying with their husband, and they will have boyfriend outside. My dear lovers, my dear brothers and sisters, that is why I I thought about it to bring this topic today. It is very bad for you to be married and be going out with another man. We know, let's talk about married men. They are not too good. But as a married woman, as an African woman, we are living in Western world, but we are not, we are living there. Some people say when you live in Rome, you behave as Romanas, as Romans. But it doesn't mean that when we live in Europe, we'll not fling away our tradition. We'll forget our tradition, where we are coming from. Remember the roots where you are coming from. That African women must surely respect themselves as married women. When you are married, you remain married. That is how we met our mothers and our grandmothers were living. When they are married, they remain remarried. There was a day I overheard a lady saying that no, she cannot stay for 3 months without sleeping with going to bed with her husband. I was surprised to hear that from her, that she cannot. You cannot when you are married, even when your husband is not around for 1 month, for 1 year, you have to bear it as a married woman. You are married. I hate people, women that are married and they will continue going out there with another man. Having boyfriend when you are married, no, that is not our culture. Don't forget where we are coming from. Never you forget where you are coming from. That is where you started from. That is our tradition. We are not Europeans, and we will never be. We might be a citizen with a passport, not by birth, but by passport. You have a citizen. You are a citizen because Europeans gave you passport. Yes, it is your right to collect it. When you are due for it, you will collect it. But it doesn't mean that you have now become a European. You are now one of them. You cannot change that color. You are coming from Africa. Your origin is still written there that you are from Africa. Don't forget about that. Remember that our mothers respect themselves. That is why we are still calling them today. They are still in our father's house. We still call them today, Mama, Mama, and we travel to Africa to meet them. They are still in that same house till date because they respect themselves. Nowadays, you see women, they are married, they have boyfriends outside. Maybe their husband will hear it from people gossiping that his wife is dating another man outside. What a shame to be an African woman, married African woman. You have performed your tradition, maybe your marriage rights, traditional marriage, and you will still go on and look for another man. Despite that, they have collected all those palm wine, normal things that they used to bring when you get married, and you will still be looking for another boyfriend. I'm sorry to say it's a sad story. Sad story hearing this, that African women are going out with another man when you are married. If you are not ready for marriage, I'm here to advise some women. I always say some because it's not all. Some respect themselves. And advice to some women. We know when we were young, maybe ladies are young, they have boyfriend, they do what they like. They say, I have sugar daddy, I have this. Right, because you are still single. I am not against that. As a Christian, I am against married woman going out with another. But even Bible says even when you are not married, you are single, you don't supposed to go with many men. You're supposed to go with one. Yes, circumstances bring many women to that, many guests to that. Let's call it guests, because when you are single, you are still a girl. You are not a lady yet. Okay, let's say that circumstances can bring you to such thing. Let's forget about that. But when you are married, remain married. I stand now for married women. I'm talking about them. When you are married, remain married. It's a disgrace to us women to hear that a married woman from Africa is going out with another man. I'm sorry if you are doing that and you are listening to this my message or you are watching this my video. I'm sorry, very, very sorry. You are not an African woman. I'm sorry. Don't call yourself a married woman. I hear when I'm in social media, I hear many people say, "Hey, so you were married, you were going out with this man, you were pregnant, and it's another man that gets you pregnant, and this your child is a bastard. It's not for this, it's for this." Oh, what the hell? Why are you people disgracing yourself as an African woman? Please let us deviate from thinking that we are not Europeans. We are not. We are not. We know where we are coming from. Let's tell ourselves the truth. When you are a married woman, remain married. And if that marriage, you are tired of that marriage, go away from that marriage. It's better you divorce and do what you want. But remaining in that man's house, you are still in that man's house, and you are going out with another man, it's very bad. If you don't have anybody to advise you about that, I'm here today to tell you that you are doing a very wrong thing. You are wrong in the sight of God. You are wrong in the sight of men. Abomination in our tradition. That is the greatest abomination one can commit as a married woman. Sleeping with another man. When you have your matrimonial bed, you go to sleep with another man in the hotel, in his house, hide and seek game. Married women, ladies, young girls can do hide and seek game. There's nobody that will hold them and say, you are a married woman, this and that. But you have committed yourself as a married woman. Stop doing it. If you are one of them, those women that are doing such thing, deviate from it as from today. Please try and change your ways. Try and pray to God for forgiveness and change, because change is the best. You have to change from that evil ways. We call it abomination. Abomination. Please try to stop doing such things. Maybe some men now, the worst that I've heard of recent is that maybe many men want to take their, let's talk about Nigeria. It is not only you, in Africa it's happening, because I heard of a man that wanted to travel to America. He wanted to go to America to live with his kids and his wife. And now, there comes DNA test. Did you forget about DNA test? One day, your son or your daughter may be sick, might be sick, might. Not that I pray that they will have any affliction. I'm sorry. But might be sick and they will need your husband's blood. Or it will happen that your husband want to take everybody to abroad, and because I know this video, not only in Europe, they are watching. Everybody's watching this video all over the world. We are watching this video all over the world. My lovers are around the world. I'm talking about Africa now. You want to take your children abroad, then they will ask for DNA test. They want to know if it is real. You are the real father and mother, then they will demand for DNA test. And your husband's blood will not match with the blood of your children. What a shame. I know of one man that is like that. He wanted to take his children to abroad for them to stay there together with his wife. That's travel. They wanted to travel. They have get ready, look for visa, do this and do that with the stress and all. At the end of the day, they couldn't go to that place. They couldn't make it. Why? Because the man find out that 2 of his kids is not his. This person I'm talking about is our neighbor in Africa. 2 of his kids are not his. How many children this man had? They had only 3 children in the family, and 2 are not his. Only one, the first one, that matched with his blood. The other ones, the DNA test result that is not his. at that point, what will you do? Is it not a big shame to an African woman who is called married woman? You call yourself a married woman and you are sleeping around with other men. And it might be sometimes you find out it's his husband's best friend, is the gate man. What a shame. That is why you have to deviate from such shame, because it is abomination in Africa. We are not Europeans, or even in those ones in Nigeria. You are not Americans. You are an African woman. You have to be that. It is our origin. We can't change it. Please learn from this topic and deviate from evil. It is evil to be married. Remain married. And if you are tired of that marriage, please divorce your husband and you can go after that man that you want. When you divorce, you are free. When you are married, you are not free. You're supposed to be there for only your husband. Learn and change. Please ask God for forgiveness. Pray and ask God for forgiveness and stop it. If you don't want to stop it, divorce and go. Leave the man alone, because such things affect men quick, and it will affect the husband of the house. Sometimes those days I heard that even the man's children will die, or the woman will die. In our tradition, please try and deviate from evil. If you are not comment on my comment section before and you come across this video, please try and drop your comments. May God bless you as you drop your comments. May God bless your household as you drop your comment. Please advise women on this as a proper African woman that you are, beautiful African woman. We are all African queens. Then we have to act as one. If you are an African queen as a married woman, act as one, please. It is a disgrace for a married woman to be going out with another man, have date with another man outside your matrimonial home. Please stop it. Drop your comments at the comment section. Thank you, my beautiful